Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world.
Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, the online TV show of Worldwide Weddings PH. So my name is Janae Rabe, professional host and certified wedding specialist of AJT Events Management, also known as hashtag Ask Janae Today. So here in Worldwide Weddings TV, we feature different wedding experts nationwide and we learn wedding planning while having fun. So tonight's episode is brought to you by, of course, our major sponsors, Aja Deliveries, more than just deliveries, a delivery concierge. BNI Supreme, the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. And of course, our event partners, brideworthy.com and powered by virtualexpo.ph. So Once again, hello Philippines and hello world. Good evening, good evening, good evening to everyone, and welcome. This is the 6th episode of Worldwide Weddings TV. And if you are a Filipino and you are planning to get married in the Philippines, then you are in the perfect place. Let's do a little bit of a time check. Let's round up the time check everywhere in the world, okay? Because it's Friday night here in the Philippines, and we want to make it your weekly habit to tune in and learn from our wedding experts. So, time check Singapore, of course, 9 o'clock p.m. In UAE, 5 o'clock p.m. In UK, it's 1 o'clock p.m. And in the US, it's 8 o'clock a.m., at least in one part of US. And in Australia, I believe our friends in Australia are at around 12 midnight right now. But I hope you guys are still watching. So, of course, this show is in alignment with the upcoming first and only nationwide online bridal fair happening on May 2021 all the way to August 1, 2021. And there will be a virtual wedding expo July 30, 31, and August 1. Yes, it is a bridal fair, but completely online. So you can do everything at the comfort of your own home. Super exciting. So right now, I want to call out our viewers. To all our viewers out there, please comment down below where you are watching from. And of course, we want you to like, tag, and share this video, and you'll get a chance to win 150 pesos load. That easy. All you have to do is like, tag, and share. Okay, watch and win. You get 150 pesos load. We'll do that at the end of this show. So, are you excited for our guest tonight? Tonight's wedding expert is a graduate of Ateneo de Manila. And she gathered wonderful experiences through the years, especially from Cafe Maharika and Coconut Grill, which are actually sister companies of Manila Catering. So I am excited to introduce our wonderful guest. Of course, no other than the representative of the Aquino Event Center, Miss Karen Carrera. So, of course, before we bring her on stage, ayan, Miss Karen Nina Lacsamana Carrera. Buong-buo yung pangalan ng ating wedding expert. So, the Aquino Center wedding expert from Tarlac. So, before I bring her on stage, I want to show you first a sneak peek. I want to show you a sneak peek of what you can see in Aquino Center. So, video. on stage Miss Karen Lacsamana, Carrera Center Manager. Come on, let's give her a round of applause. Hi!
Hi, Jean. Hello, good evening, everyone. Again, good morning to others and then watching from
Yes.
other countries. Yes.
Yes, hello. Okay, Miss Karen, also bati ka muna sa ating mga viewers because we have a lot of viewers and I think we have a lot of people who are also followers of Aquino Center. So we have here followers watching from Rizal.
Oh,
Okay, we
wow.
also have oh wow, we have Miss Looney
Mm.
Maranan watching from Iloilo. So I know Miss Looney is soon to wed. So watch out sa mga tips na ibibigay ni Miss Karen today. Yan. Okay, so why don't you greet everyone who's watching you right now? Of course, the followers of Aquino Center as well.
Hello, good evening. Maya kan abak kay Kayungan or that's good evening here in Kapampangan. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the worldwide weddings, and happy to be here and to let you know tips about getting married and looking for the right venue and looking for the right suppliers. Yeah.
I think I should learn how to do the greeting. How do I greet that again? How do you greet good evening in
Mayap
Kapampangan?
Mayap Abak. That's
Mayap
um,
agap.
a a Abak. Hindi. Maya Pabengi, sorry. Abak is
Maya
good morning.
pabengi. Maya
Bengi is
pabengi.
yes. That's good
Okay.
evening. Yes.
Maya pabengi. Okay.
Kasi yung iba, di ba, morning sa ibang lugar ngayon. So, Maya kagat
Yes.
panapon, which is
Yeah.
magandang hapon. And then, Maya Bengi, which is good evening. Ayan.
Parang may naisip
May
akong
lesson pa tayo.
bagong campaign. Paano mag-greet, no? In all these different, kasi nga nationwide ginagawa natin sa Worldwide Weddings TV. So, okay, let's get down to it. I'm excited to find out about Aquino Center. You know, this is the beauty of Worldwide Weddings Bridal Fair, no? We discover places, we discover events places, we discover people that we don't even know exist before. So, I'm so happy to find out because I'm from Las Piñas, no? So, syempre, yung South medyo alam ko. So, I'm so happy to know that there is actually an Aquino Center. Can you tell us how did Aquino Center start as an events place?
Okay. When the Axino Center was built in August 1, 2001, this is almost 20 years ago, its main
Wow.
purpose was to house the museum of the two Filipino democratic leaders, former Senator or Benigno Aquino and former President Corazon C. Aquino. You will see this in our video. That's why first portion would be the museum. So like all museums, we must find ways to be sustainable.
Right.
At first, we had conferences also, we had workshops and trainings of different non-government organizations like our foundation, the Ninoy and Cory Aquino Foundation. And it was held in the center. Later on, it would be a popular place for graduations and of course
Mhm.
social events na. So I think the first one was actually a wedding of one of the nieces of Cory. And then,
Wow.
of course, baptisms and debuts and in association meetings, then conventions. So then the proceeds from this event, our events, will be used for the maintenance of the museum. So
Mhm. Mhm.
um, kaya all the events is actually helping the mission of the museum, which is to continue the legacy of Ninoy and Cory as icons of the Philippine democracy. So,
Ah, wow. So parang it's,
kumbaga,
I guess parang in a way it's also I mean you earn money but it's actually non-profit because you're just really bringing it back to the museum so to keep it, up to date. Of course, no, it's not cheap to maintain a big
no, no, no.
place.
That's true. That's true.
Right. Oh, that's good. So how you can be sustainable. So I saw in the video that it seems like it's a huge place. I mean, I've never been to Tarlac, right? But just looking at the
You
picture,
should
it looks
visit.
like So many different places. Parang may nakita pa ako doon, parang area na nagkaroon ng birthday celebration even, right? So can you tell
Mm-mm.
us how many halls do you have, or like what are the features of the Ninoy Aquino Center? Nino pala, hindi, sorry, the Aquino Center pala.
we have we have a total of 6 venues. One of
Oh,
which is 6 venues. One of which is garden, and the rest of the 5 are indoor. The two indoors, the ballroom A and ballroom B, can be combined, and that's what we call the grand ballroom. And then, like other museums, we've also converted our museum lobby as a venue. So, and it's very spacious because it's as big as our half of our ballroom. And then we have, for small meetings, we have the functions room 1 and 2, pang mga less than 50, mga ganun na activities lang siya.
okay.
Yun.
Wow! It's massive! Kaya pala binanggit mo
Yes.
kanina na you can have, like, you can hold conventions, right? So, I can imagine na marami talaga. So, what would be like the capacity in terms of number of people? Like the maximum people you've actually had in your event space?
But that depends on what kind of event we're going to have. Because like if we had concerts, we had the concert of Jose Marichan. I think we allowed 500, and in a theater style. We have had na more than 500, kasi that depends on the kind of chairs, because we had special kinds of chairs there.
Mhm.
Siya. So, pero pag ginagamit namin monoblocks, we have tried about 700. But if
Wow!
the activities, yeah, but activities would be like weddings, actually, naiiba rin siya. Kasi di ba minsan we have a lot of requirements in our weddings na takes up a lot of space. But
Yeah.
basically, if you have the basic kind of setup, kaya ang 300. Yan.
300 guests for the
For the
wedding.
grand ballroom.
For
Yeah,
the
for
grand ball.
the grand. And then for the museum lobby, kaya naman ang 200 din. And for the function room, as I mentioned, around 90 actually kung functions room 1 and 2. But with that,
Wow! But with
yes.
the pandemic,
But with the pandemic, with the pandemic,
half,
right
1/4.
now, yes, since we are in the MGCQ, we are required half. Okay. So, like the grand ballroom now is 150. Then the museum lobby is 100, and then 90. But before, we count at the seating capacity. With the MGCQ, the requirement is the number of attendees kasama ang mga suppliers. So, medyo ngayon, binibilang
Okay.
pati yung mga taong na doon. Hindi kagaya before. It's just the number
Ilan
of
the
capacity
guests?
seated.
Okay.
Guest.
Okay.
Yun. So,
Okay.
yun.
Okay. Okay. So I think ano to, medyo related dun sa next question na parang with the pandemic, no, what are yung mga protocols or guidelines other than what you already said na yung half, okay, given to
Yes.
venues
So,
by the local government of Tarlac. So what are some of the very specific guidelines that's under Tarlac right now?
actually, in Tarlac, the province itself and the city itself, as of now, doesn't have any specific guidelines. Because for the longest time, we are just following the modified GCQ, which was guidelines from DTI and from DOT.
Yeah.
So, and then sorry, the modified, ang gulo kasi ng mga quarantines natin, no? Ours kasi is,
General community quarantine. Yeah.
yes, MGCQ. So, in an MGCQ, pwede ka naman mag-buffet.
Ah.
It's still, but of course, social distancing is required sa buffet mo mismo.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, the minimum requirement, which is the face shield, face mask, but before entering the venue, and then temperature check, health declarations, disinfection, you know.
Yeah.
And then for Aquino Center, our area is quite big. I followed a protocol that's being done in museums, which is what they call one entrance, one exit.
Aha.
So so when since our our main driveway is open is quite big. Iba yung entrance, nasa gitna ang entrance. Ang exit is on the left side, yon.
Mhm,
Same
mhm.
with our entering the doors. We had two big doors. So one is the entrance and one is the exit. Even in the grand ballroom, ganun din siya. So we've been having events since August, since July actually.
Aha.
Sa amin kasi for the longest time, mababa lang ang ano namin,
Mhm.
ang
Cases.
numbers of positive cases. So kaya ganon. So we have, but yun, we follow a one entrance, one exit para hindi talaga nagbabanggaan. And then
Mhm.
even in the bathrooms, in the comfort rooms, in the restrooms, we allow only a certain number of people. So, di ba, alam mo naman mga Filipino, they like to crowd in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They like to crowd in the bathroom. So, right
Yes, yes.
now, we said na, okay, we have,
One person at a time.
three
Or three.
naman. So, we
Okay,
have,
three at a time.
since our
I get
bathroom naman restroom is quite big, it's three naman. And then,
oh.
we actually ask our host to always mention this. Na if
Ah,
you're gonna
yeah.
go to the
To remind
buffet,
them. Yes.
if
Oo.
you're going to go to the buffet, we'll have to follow social distancing, that you still have to be wearing your mask, you know.
Ah.
And then when you
Until
go
the
to the
time na you're supposed to eat na. Oo.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's a
yes,
good ano, that's a good guideline. That's a good guideline.
yes.
So,
And then
and
even
you're
the flooring,
in the floor.
even the flooring for the buffet, may mga small markers lang to know that there may distance. That's talagang
Wow, ah.
we're really kasi when I read the guidelines from the MC from DOT and DTI, ang parang tinututukan is venues. Kayo ang mag-i-implement, kayo ang mag-aano. So that's the reason why sabi ko, okay,
Pressure,
let's do this. Yeah,
pressure on your
pressure.
side, yeah. But you know, that's really
True.
great, no? Parang meron ng auditory reminder, right?
Yes,
And then
yes.
there's also the visual reminder, of course. Ayan, 'di ba? And then meron pa yung nasa floor talaga na sundan mo na
Yes.
lang. Pag hindi mo pa
Yes,
na-gets,
tanda mo
ewan
lang.
ko na lang.
Talaga. Ano it's really important. We always say that safety right now is our top priority, diba?
Yeah.
We don't want our guests. That's why I always tell the suppliers, the event coordinators, and even the guests. I give them parang a brief preview what will happen in your wedding during a
Mm,
community quarantine. So sabi
yeah.
ko, like kung sinasabi sa front office, bago sila magbo-book, kakausapin ko muna sila. So they know this is
What
the
to
things that
expect.
what
Yeah.
you have to expect. And then we will help you with whatever you want to do. Let's see how we can work it out,
Right.
diba? Kasi may
Yeah.
mga kinasanayan before na hindi mo magagawa agad-agad, diba?
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
so yun.
Kagaya na lang ng pagsama ng maliit na bata. Tama ba ako?
Yes, yes. That's one.
Yes, di ba? I
Like
know it's heartbreaking for the soon-to-weds, like yung
for the
pamangkin
bride.
nila, or kung
Yes,
paano kung may anak na yung bride, ganyan, di ba? So it's heartbreaking, pero yun, mawawala talaga siya. Okay, so,
that's true.
okay, that's another topic. But right now, okay, I want to find out kasi you mentioned that there's you have indoor venues and then you have outdoor like a garden, 'di ba? So,
Yes,
can you
yes.
tell us on a perspective? So, ito parang kunwari soon to weds, 'di ba? Explainan mo ngayon kami, 'di ba? What would be the advantages of the indoor venues or the outdoor venues? So, whichever
Okay.
you would recommend.
Okay. Whether indoor or outdoor. Of course, number one is actually excuse me. In choosing a venue, you should. I always say you have to think of three different aspects. First,
Okay.
you, ikaw na nag-event. Next is your guest. And
Mhm.
next would be your supplier. You can put that as one of your considerations. Like
Okay.
number one is ikaw, what do you want in your when you're what do you want in your venue? Do you want a venue where most of your targeted guests can attend? Kasi there are times that we have events, we have guests na, may galing Manila, may galing Tarlac, may galing Pampanga.
Mhm.
Ba yung venue mo dun sa bulk na madaming makakapunta? Di ba?
Okay.
Or do you want a destination venue? Di ba?
Right.
Na
malayo.
like,
malayo sa sibilisasyon.
Malayo. It could be your dream wedding or dream destination. And you're limited lang ang makakapunta or yung alam mong will really make an effort to attend. Di ba?
Right. Yeah.
Or do you want a venue that will fulfill your dream wedding? Diba? Or is your priority the church? You want a church near your venue.
Diba? That's true.
You need, or baliktad, you want the venue near your church. Kasi like in Manila, magkakalayo ang mga venues di ba?
Yes.
In other, but probably in the province like us, the churches are just 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away, or sometimes 5 minutes away, ganun lang. Or is your priority the food to be served? Kasi sometimes...
Ang dami ng options.
Oo, diba? Like for example, ako when I was getting married, my priority was the food. I wanted this certain caterer, Manila Catering, to be my caterer. And if if that venue does not allow Manila caterer, hindi siya kasama sa sa list ko.
Options mo. Okay.
So, and another option which I see mostly is your priority styling of the venue. Okay. Do you have a dream na gusto ko trusses, gusto ko ganito? Does that venue meet that standards? Baka naman gusto mo ng trusses, tapos nun low ceiling pala yung yung venue, di ba? Yeah. Gusto mo may ceiling, may swags, pero ang baba-baba naman ng ceiling. So that's one consideration. And then your guest. So do you want kunyari you found a venue, we're just talking about in general, if you want this venue na marami ka na nakitang venue and it meets all your standards or all your needs, maybe you'd like to check the overall impact of the venue. Mm-hmm. Is the venue easy to look for if you have guests from out of town? O baka naman nawala na sila sa kakahanap ng venue dahil hindi siya
magandang point yan magandang point yan yung kung nahahanap siya sa Wave.
Yes. Baka naman lalo na kung sa province. Lalo na sa province, kasi sa, kunyari, destination wedding siya or sa province siya, you have guests from Manila, tapos hahanapin nila, is it on Waze? That's true, is it on Waze? Or is it easy to find? Parang ganon. Tapos is there an ample parking space for your guests within the vicinity of the venue? Diba? Kapag umulan, sobrang layo ba ng parking niya, nang baka mababasa siya? Or mga ganong bagay. Is there a spacious receiving area? At times kasi, di ba, we have a post-nap photo shoot in between the ceremony and reception. You have to consider, will my guests be comfortable in the waiting area of this venue? Will cocktails be allowed in the waiting area, in this lobby area? Or is there a venue where I can have my cocktails served separately? Di ba? May iba, ganun before may usually mayroong photo shoot before the reception. So gusto nila, ayaw nila munang pumasok sa loob ng main venue yung mga tao. Right. So is there a serving? Yeah, may waiting. May iba naman, ayaw nila sa waiting kasi ayaw nilang nasa nandun lang. Gusto nila another venue. So is that venue, that venue of yours provide another hallway para ganon? Diba? But of course, the basic consideration would be, is the restroom well maintained? Okay, is the overall well maintained? Yeah. Is the restroom too far from the main?
How's the aircon?
Yes, is the air condition. Diba? Is it fully functioning? Mga ganon. Minsan, minsan you'll hear sobra man lamig, sobra bang init, or paano ba yung yung temperature ng pag indoor, di ba? Yun.
Yeah.
Another thing that you can think of, sabi ko, was the next level would be the suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at the venue, you also think of your suppliers. Are the staff of the venue you can easily talk to them? Can they entertain all your questions? Are they helpful in terms of not only about your inquiry about your venue, but can they also talk about their possible suppliers? Yung mga nakakatrabaho ba nila? Pwede ba nila kayo bigyan na, di ba? If you're doing a DIY, will they be
Yeah.
able to give you a tip? Or do they just have a certain package na, ito yung ito yung aking mga suppliers, sila lang, ganon. So, that depends, di ba? And then, of course, sorry, Aquino Center should be law-abiding kasi the name Aquino. So, is the place legit? Diba?
Right.
There are some. Yeah. Do they pay you don't know, well, you don't know naman if they pay their taxes properly, but if they're legit, you will see naman they have their mayor's permit,
Yeah.
diba? Their business permit, ganon. See to it also, kasi why is that important? Paano kung nagkaroon ka ng problem? Hindi mo siya pwedeng habulin kasi may mga ganyang bagay na legally hindi wala silang legal identity.
Right.
So nasasabi ko yun kasi there are some venues in the provinces or even na ganun hindi talaga sila legit. Kumbaga kinonvert na lang bigla, ganon. So there's things that you should look at. And
to protect yourself also, no, as
yes,
soon to
protect
right?
yourself
So,
also. For
very
food,
good.
diba? Ang dami ko sinasabi. Like food, if you want to consider your suppliers, for example, your certain supplier, is there a service area for the caterer? Kasi minsan may ibang venues, sobrang liit. Tapos yung wala silang kitchen, nandito na lang sila nag-aayos ng food. Food yon. It can easily get spoiled. It can easily get madudumihan or mako-contaminate. So you have to see, is this a service area of the caterer clean? Is there space enough for the kind of service you want? For example, if it's plated, tapos sa hallway lang or sa small area lang. So you have to consider, if you want such kind of service, yung caterer mo ba, magagawa niya ng mahusay yung rini-request mo. Kasi minsan, we have incident na pinilit, well, this is not in Aquino Center, pinilit na gusto plated.
Mm-hmm.
And the area was small. So, anong nangyari, it took the caterer how many hours or an hour before ilabas. Yeah. Diba?
Yeah.
So, that's also one thing that you have to consider, especially if you're doing a DIY, diba? Kung wala kang pag may event coordinator ka, you can tell the event coordinator, this is what I want, this is I want. Pero you will have to also know what's behind, anong ginagawa ng mga suppliers mo, anong kailangan nila rin para bigay nila yung kind of dream wedding mo, diba?
So I think with all of that information overload, I think at the end of the day, what Miss Karen is saying is you need to know what you want.
Yes.
And then once you've decided now on the venue, so you know what you want, like the main important part that you want. Once you choose na a venue, you will be subject to the capacity, diba? To the capacity, to the kung ano yung kakayanan ng venue. So, kung yung main points na you want to happen is nasagot agad ng venue, so all the other parts there, ikaw na yung mag-a-adjust, diba?
That's true.
So, wala ka nang magagawa kasi nandun ka na. So, kaya yung importante sa'yo, kailangan na lista mo na agad.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Here's a good question. Okay. So, when people go to venues, syempre, there's right away, they ask, you will have to pay down payment, all these different things. Ito yung payment schedule, etc. But there's also what they call a deposit or a security
Yeah.
deposit. Is that what it's called? Yeah. When booking a
Yes.
venue. Most of the time, this is the question na hindi naiintindihan ng lahat. So, for example, you paid na X amount for the venue, but others don't understand what the security deposit is for. Okay. To your question, does your venue have that? Do you ask for a deposit as well in your venue?
Security, are we talking about the security deposit to book the venue or security deposit for the
Event.
suppliers?
Yes,
For the event. Okay.
for the event. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Like for example, if I
Um,
book di ba, like I book in SMX, I book in like this, meron parang certain amount na security deposit, which normally yun yung sinasabi nila, ha, hindi ko alam yun, parang ang dating hidden charges, but actually in most venues, meron talagang naka-state na may security deposit, which you give either 2 weeks before the event or 1 week or whatever the timeline is. So, what is it for? Para
okay.
our students will have an idea.
Okay. So, yes, we have a security deposit, but I think it's in other venues, their security deposit is a big amount, and
Mhm,
then it's shouldered by the client or the event coordinator.
mhm,
Uh, the security deposit is usually parang pag nagkaroon ng damages during
mhm.
your venue, during your event, doon siya matatanggal. Okay. Doon siya i-minus. Yun. So,
Okay. Okay, so
and then,
parang kung sakali man, I mean, of course, we're not
yes,
hoping na may mangyayari, pero kung sakali man,
yes.
there is that amount. So, kung wala namang anything na nangyari, there's no damages that is incurred, what happens to the security
Mm-mm.
deposit?
It's returned.
It's
It's returned to
returned.
the it's returned. Yeah. In Tarlac kasi, this you will see sometimes kasi in different places iba-iba ang rule. Like in Pampanga, the security deposit is being paid by the client or the event
Okay.
coordinator.
Uh-huh.
In Tarlac, we actually ask the suppliers.
Ah.
Per supplier. It's per supplier.
Oh.
Because dahil siguro we're a small community,
Right.
kilala namin si supplier. So,
Okay.
ang nangyayari, for example, they made a damage or something. And then, they have an agreement with the client na okay ang mag-shoulder. Then, ganon. Pwedeng ganon. Pero minsan kasi may iba na at fault si supplier mismo eh. So, sila ang
Mag- Okay. Mababawas sa kanila yun.
mababawas sa kanila. So, yun.
I didn't know that.
And
Okay. But
yeah, kasi there are siguro it's in the culture of it in different places. May iba
Yeah.
kasi they don't like to give that much security
Mhm.
deposit. Okay.
Mhm.
Parang nagbabayad na ako ng venue, may security deposit pa ako. 'Di ba ganun yung
Yeah.
sinasabi ng
Yes.
iba.
Oo. Yeah.
So ayun. So for security deposits, it's really more on for the damages that in case na may mangyari. Yun.
Kasi nga naman, I mean, if the event is finished, it's so hard to run after people and say, you're accountable for this. Ganon, di ba?
Lalo na for the catering portion. And yung mga nahuhuli, parang may nabasag na ganito or may ganito. And for us, sometimes bigla na lang kayo makita, ba't may nasira ng ganito sa namin, sa gamit namin. And so, at least meron ka ng hawak pag ganon.
Yeah. All right. So, to our soon-to-weds out there, just make sure walang madadamage.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So, Miss Karen, we in our show in Worldwide Weddings TV, we want to make it as realistic as possible, like really down to earth and talagang makakatulong talaga sa lahat ng manonood kahit na team replay pa kayo dyan. Comment down below ang team replay, okay? So tonight we have a special guest, and I'm really excited because um, true to the title of Worldwide Weddings, our guest is actually coming all the way from Sweden. So, di ba? Sabi ko naman sa'yo, Miss Karen, there are so many Filipinos around the world who are still planning to get married in the Philippines. So, I'd like to bring him in, okay? I'll let him introduce himself, right? Like what he does and all that. But I just know that he's from Sweden and he is a groom, oh, by the way, di ba? Groom po ang ating guest tonight. So, kadalasan kasi bride yung natin, guest natin.
Yes,
So,
yes.
right now, our groom is all the way from Sweden. I'd like to bring in Mr. Ronaldo Aquino. O, diba? Ka-apelido pa ng Aquino Center.
Hello. Good
Oh,
evening.
hello.
Good evening, Worldwide Weddings, to our host, Miss Jenea, and our wedding expert, Miss Karen. And
Hello.
good evening also to sa mga nanonood dyan sa Pilipinas, Paris, Europe, Sweden, at sa buong mundo. And I would like to say good evening to the Aquino clan in La Union and in Angeles, Pampanga, and Tarlac. I have an uncle in Tarlac also.
Wow! Di ba sobrang timing talaga. Tapos our guest tonight, Ronaldo, is an events place in Tarlac. So tell us, what do you do and what time is it right now?
Yes.
Where you are
Yes.
and when you're planning to get married.
Yes, as I said, my name is Ronaldo Aquino, and dito 3:46 p.m. So 6 hours dyan sa Pinas. So I moved to Philippines for 30 years ago. So dito na ako lumaki sa Sweden. So I have a degree in Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Pero ngayon nagtatrabaho ko as I don't know how to say it in unit manager in a retirement home, but I used to work as a nurse before. So
wow, okay. So Ronaldo, you're getting married to a Filipina or to a foreigner?
No, a Swedish girl.
Sinismis na tayo.
Actually, I'm already married, so we are planning to renew our vows. Tapos gusto ko talaga yung Pinoy wedding. So what?
Why do you want a Pinoy wedding? I'm so curious. I want to find out why Pinoy wedding.
Kasi yung my brother-in-law, ano siya, wedding photographer. So tapos nakikita ko lahat yung mga pictures, yung mga wedding gano'n. So tapos iba-iba talaga yung Pinoy wedding, 'di ba? The family, yung grande, ang tawag dito, 'di ba? So tapos important rin na ma-bless kami sa Catholic Church. Kasi when I was married in 2006, ano yun, sa Protestant, sa Swedish Church. So sa akin, importante, kasi Katoliko rin ako. So a Catholic Church.
Yes, okay. All right. So Ronaldo, I'll give the floor to you. It's your turn to ask your questions to our wedding experts. Go ahead.
Yes, my first question is, ano bang mga things to consider when booking a venue, especially kung ako taga-abroad? So anong i-consider ko na when I'm booking a venue?
So you won't be getting an event coordinator, or you're planning to get an event coordinator? Do you want to do the things yourself?
Both.
Okay.
Yes,
Both.
go. Event planner. Let's go.
Event planner.
Actually, I do recommend that you get an event planner
Okay.
and make it a full coordinator. They call it kasi full and on the day. So you get a full coordination. Kasi ang maganda sa full coordination, and especially that you're abroad, they are more familiar with the flow of the event in the area, di ba? I mentioned a while ago na there's so many things that you need to consider when you are looking for a venue. Kasi tama sinabi mo na meron kang kamag-anak from Pangasinan, meron kang kamag-anak from Tarlac and from Pampanga. The
And
next
La Union.
question is
La
La
Union.
Union. Yes. Saan mo gustong mag-attend? Saan mo gustong do you want to meet halfway? Na madaling silang pumunta? Or gusto mo ba na the destination na sa La
Actually,
Union na
no, sa inyo, sa Tarlac, sa Aquino Center, of course.
that's good. Thank you.
Wow!
Thank you. That would be
Yeah.
great. That would be really great. Ayun. So, as I mentioned a while ago, you also have to consider yun yan. So, yun na yung alam mo na kung saan na mo. So, ngayon, pagpipili na ngayon ng mga suppliers mo. It would be nice, that would be, if you look for coordinator, usually kasi mga ibang coordinators may package na sila. Okay? And then, meron na silang mga ka-tie up na event court na mga suppliers. Ang maganda doon, dahil partner, yung flow ng wedding mo, maganda yan. Lalo na kung talagang maganda yung harmony nila. Okay.
May synergy na sila.
May synergy na sila. Ako, I was always say that one. Pero for example, meron kang event coordinator, tapos nun, sometimes kasi may ibang event coordinators, they don't go for one kind of, one team. They have
options.
Ikaw, may option siya. Si photographer 1, photographer 2, photographer 3, ganon. May time na hindi din harmonious yung isa, ganon. Posible yun. So, I would always recommend, even if you have an event coordinator, you also do your duties of trying to see kung, sinabi niya, sino ang coordinate, sino ang supplier mo for photographer, sinabi niya. Si photographer ko ganito. Option ka ba? May iba bang kaano? Isa lang bang katrabaho mo? Or do you work with others? And you say, I also work with like this and with like this. You check, you can look at first is you can look at their social media. Pero kasi pag social media, galing sa kanila yung details di ba? You also check the comments. Okay. The comments, make sure the comments are, of course, mga brides and So you will see that sa mga previous post nila. Diba? Kung talaga bang naging event, talaga bang naging client niya to. Yes, and it's a successful client. And since you're saying you also have relatives from Tarlac, you can ask around. Sabihin mo, Kuya, narinig mo na ba si ganitong supplier? Pag sabi na, kasi malit naman ang Tarlac Or mali sa mga provinces, usually, magkakakilala yung mga suppliers. And they would say, ganito, nakapag-attend ako ng wedding nito, si ganito yung supplier, okay siya. So you also try to do your own, background, your checking.
May tawag dyan, Miss Karen, due diligence.
Yes, due diligence. Wag ka lang yung, kasi I have had guests from abroad na pag uwi nila, sabi nila, kala ko ganito yung event coordinator kala ko ganito. Sabi ko, ma'am, next time po, you also check, hindi porket nakakuha ka na ng event coordinator, pinasa mo na lahat sa kanya. You also try to, kahit i-check mo lang yung Facebook niya, yung niya, or yun nga, you ask your kamag-anak, baka meron siyang client na kamag-anak mo. Yun, ganon.
Yes. Uncle Google.
Ganon
yes, thanks for your answer.
Yes.
And the last question, what are usual inclusions of a venue? Ano mga inclusion?
May ibang venues, like,
Siyempre, mag-specific tayo, di ba? Inclusions of your venue.
Of my venue.
Our venue is most, kumbaga, bear yung venue. Of course, if it's you want an air-conditioned room, may kasama air conditioning facility dyan.
Yes.
And then, there's usually the stage, kasama na yon. And we have actually right now, there's an option to use, we have a new, parang we call it swags and curtains. So it's something that we add on. Yes. So may mga swags sa ceiling and curtains. It depends on which venue. Like the museum lobby has that one.
Yeah.
And Grand Ballroom na rin pala. Both that areas. So, of course, in terms of service, we really keep the area clean and we have a standby generator, which some venues
Mhm.
we have a
That's
standby
Okay.
good.
generator, and our generator is ano bang tawag dito? It can it can run the whole building. So may ibang kasi may mga I've been to other venues na hindi kaya ang ilang
Limited
aircons or
lang.
yung
Oo,
aircon,
limited
limited
lang
lang.
yung maaano niya.
So yung
Gusto
amin
ko
is
yan,
yun.
palakpakan
Okay.
natin yan.
So,
Ayan.
So,
Yun.
salamat sa mga answer mo. I will contact you kasi due to pandemic, so hindi namin alam kung kailan. Actually, plano namin ngayon this year, pero tignan natin anong mangyayari sa pandemic. So, I will contact
2022
you.
na tayo.
2022. Yung
Maganda
plano
yun,
natin.
222.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's perfect. That's correct. It really is a perfect year to get married. 222.
Yeah.
There.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ronaldo.
Yo,
I
thank you very
know.
much.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
very
you
much.
so much. Palakpakan
See you
natin
soon.
naman.
See you soon.
And of course, Sir Ronaldo, we want you to, of course, register in our Worldwide Weddings Expo Philippines. Okay, so you can attend our virtual expo. You get to see Miss Karen and her power team as well, because
I'm
she will
already
have.
registered.
Ayun! Oh, nakakabal na
Good.
tayo. Grabe. Okay. And yeah, baka kayo po yung manalo ng 100,000 pesos.
Whoa. Woo.
Thank you. Have
Salamat
a good
po.
afternoon.
Salamat. Bye.
Salamat.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See
Hey,
you
Dora.
soon and talk to you soon.
Yes.
Hey.
Wow! That was amazing. So, ginaganahan pa ako.
Ako rin nga.
So, marami pa sana tayong question, okay, ating mga viewers. But of course, we're down to the last 4 minutes of our show. But of course, if you want to interact more with our dear wedding expert, Miss Karen, all you have to do is join our online community, Worldwide Weddings PH community, and she will be there. You can ask questions. She'll give wonderful advice, just like what she did today. So, free advice pa yun, ha? Walang bayad. Okay? So, Miss Karen, at the last part of our show, we normally have this special raffle to all of our viewers. Okay? So, we're gonna pull out the wheel of names. But before that, I wanna highlight a person who made a comment here. Shout out. Okay? So he's also my friend, Miss Karen, and apparently he's friends with you as well. So, Boy, shout out to you. Sabi niya, I love you, Miss Karen. And sabi niya, it is very rare for a venue owner to explain how event planners works. Yan. Encouraged to hire one. Oh, I'll visit your place soon. Yes.
I'm not the venue owner, ha? I'm not the venue. I'm just the manager.
Center manager. Our center manager.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so here's the link. So bit.ly/WWPH community. Just join us. We are a growing community. Baby pa lang tayo, but you know what? With the wonderful experts in the community, it's gonna be super sulit to be part of the Worldwide Weddings community. Diba, Miss Karen? You'll answer their questions. Yes. Okay, so let's do our wheel of names. Let's flash the names. So everybody who watched today, who commented or shared or liked, etc., their names are all here. So we're gonna do a raffle and let's see who will be the winner of 150 pesos load. Wait, kailangan isama natin yung pangalan ng guest natin. Bakit wala yung pangalan ng guest natin? Can we add the name? There you go. Yan, baka manalo si Sir Ronaldo ng ng load. 150 pesos, GCash. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready? Shall we roll? Okay, I'll play the music. Let's roll it.
Make more time.
And the winner for 150 pesos is... Wow! Congratulations! Congratulations, boy! Better late than never, right? He made a comment at the last part, but he won 150 pesos. Congratulations! Thank you so much for watching. Yan. Natawa si Foy. Nanalo pa siya. May swerte ka, moms. Ayan. So, please just send us your contact information. Just message. Oh, kanina pa daw nanonood si Foy. Yes. Okay. So, dahil yung comment ko, nahuli ko nang nabasa. So, congratulations. Just comment on the Facebook page of Worldwide Weddings so that we can send you your 150 pesos. All right? So, Miss Karen, your last few words to all of our viewers.
Okay. As much as possible, when you are your event, be calm, so you can really assess what you really want, and you can choose the right supplier, the right set of suppliers. And yun nga, due diligence. Kahit may event coordinator ka na, you still do your due diligence, di ba? But when you get an una mong due diligence, of course, is your event coordinator. Pag mahusay yung event coordinator mo, siguradong mahusay yung mga co-suppliers niya. And that's less of you cannot never have 100% perfect wedding, but it will be a less stressful wedding. And of course, habang wala ka pang event coordinator, you should always check you should check communities such as Worldwide Weddings. Yan. Yun ang mga tutulong sa iyo para ma-figure out mo sino nga ba ang mga suppliers na okay. Yon.
Thank you, Miss Karen. So, to all our students out there, if you are a Filipino anywhere in the world and planning to get married in the Philippines, then Worldwide Weddings is the place to be. Watch us here every Friday night, 9 p.m. Manila time, or even better, join us inside the community so we can have more fun in planning your wedding. Thank you and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye. Thank you, Miss Karen.